Hello student, welcome back to our computer class. Today we are going to see chapter number 6, Internet Ethics and Safeguard part 2. In part 1 we have learned about the internet. Okay, so in internet we have seen that it is also called a net, which is connected which is one of the largest network that links millions or trillions of computer all over the world. Then we have seen the protecting ourselves from potential threats on web. We have seen the spyware, different types of threat we have seen, like spyware, that it is a software program that get installed on our computer without our knowledge. We also see the precautions, what we have to take a precaution to prevent from this spyware. Then we have seen a pop-up ad that it will appear on our web page, okay, browser window on a top of our current window. Then we also see how to prevent or take a precaution to prevent from this pop-up ad. Then we have seen the spam, that is also known as a junk mail, which is appear in our mails, okay, that is, it is unwanted messages by spammer. So we also see the precaution have to take to prevent from this spam. Then we have seen a phishing. What is phishing? That it is a scam in which you will receive an official or legitimate looking email messages. We also learn about the how to take up what precaution have to take to prevent from this phishing. So all these things we have learned about internet in part 1. Now we are going to learn more about the different types of threats, so in this part 2 in this video. Okay, so let's start. So let's start with virus. So all of you know viruses. Yes, in chapter number 1 you have already learned about viruses. So viruses are programs which are created deliberately to damage data. So whatever the viruses is nothing but one type of program, okay, which is created to damage your data. Okay, so a virus can badly affect or infect computer without our knowledge. This virus can badly affect, or we can say infect, our computer system without our knowledge. Once virus is in our computer, our files or operating system may be damaged. Okay, this virus will damage our files and operating systems. It enters computer via and open an email, attach or download the data from web. If you open the corrupted or a virus email, okay, virus containing email, okay, or download the data from website which contain the viruses, so it will enter to your computer via email, or we can say or download the data from a web. Okay, now we are going to see how to prevent. So next is what precaution we have to take to prevent from these viruses. Open only those email come from trusted sources and are expected. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to open those email only that you think that it is coming from a trusted person, the person you know. Okay, from that only you can open email, from that source only you can open the email or accept it. Okay, delete all unwanted emails. If you don't know who is the source, okay, so don't open that email, just delete it. Okay, so delete all unwanted emails. Don't click web links from untrusted source. Okay, so whatever this email, in this email it also contains a link, so don't open that email, unwanted emails or unwanted link. Okay, don't click on that web links, it will contain virus, maybe it will contain virus. Okay, install an antivirus program and update every time. All of you know, for our computer we will install an antivirus to protect our computer from viruses like fire, we can say firewall, okay, right, quick heal, what all these are the antiviruses program. So you have to install an antivirus program and you have to update it whenever it needed. You have to update that antivirus program or antivirus software, you have to update every time. Scan files while an antivirus before transferring. So now when you are transferring any file or downloading any file, what you have to do, you have to first scan that files, you have to scan that file through an antiviruses. Okay, antiviruses will tell us that file containing virus or not. So scan files with an antiviruses before transferring. Getting? So all this precaution we have to take to prevent from the viruses to enter in our computer. Got it? Yes? Okay. So the next is keyloggers, also known as keystroke login. So it is a type of software that get installed very easily and often found on public computers. So it is one type of software that get very easily installed even in public computer. It records keystrokes, makes to enter data in the computer in a hidden file. So whatever you type on a keyboard, so it will record that keystroke, which key you are going to use to enter the data. Okay, so what precautions we have to take from prevent from these keyloggers? So avoid checking emails or performing banking activity on a public computer. So whenever you want to check your mail, check your emails or perform any bank activity, use your personal computer. Okay, don't do it on a public computers. Computer may be run keyloggers which record keystroke in a hidden file and other tracking software. Whenever you use a keylogger, when you type on a computer, okay, so it will be check your which keys you are going to use, or tracking software. With the help of tracking software, it will track your data. Use a public computer for critical activities. Be sign out of any password protection website and to clear the browser history. So when you are using any public computer, okay, for a critical activity, you have to sign in. Okay, and when after your work is complete, please sign out. Do sign out. Click on sign out. Okay, and any protection password they are asking for, to remember any protection password protection website. Okay, so say no, and to clear the browser history, whatever the history is there in the browser, you have to clear that history, so no one will know which link you have opened. Okay, getting what is keyloggers? Yes. Okay, the next is saved password. When add username and password login account in particular website. So see, when you ask for Google Mail, they will ask for username and password. After giving the username, typing username and password, they will allow you to enter in a particular website. Okay, so message offer to remember password have written. So at that time they ask you that your password should be remember. So okay, if you click on yes and access website in future, okay, if you click on yes, what will happen? Web browser bypass login page and take directly to the site. When you click on yes, it will take you to the login page. Okay, and you can take it directly to the site. Anyone use your computer access your account from the site. So when you click on yes, so your password will be remember on that website. Okay, so anyone will use your computer, they can easily access your account for that website. Okay, so what precaution we have to take? So always click on no prompt to remember password. Whenever they ask, you have to save this password, you have to remember this password, or you have to save this password. What you have to click on no, so no one can access your account. Okay, getting this? Yes. Okay, so the next is cookies. So cookies is a small text message a web browser stored on your computer to keep a track of website. So whenever you open your any web browser, okay, this cookie will get stored on your computer to keep a track of a website, which website you have opened. Okay, so if you need in the future, you can see it. So it contains the data about you, such as username, postal code, or viewing preferences. So these cookies will contain a data about you, such as your username, postal code, or which website you are preferring, which website you are opening the most. So website that allow for personalization use cookie to track user preferences. Website that allows for personalization, okay, for like our banking account, okay, that is our personalization website, use cookie to track user preferences. Okay, so it stored username, password, so that user do not need to enter information. So what this cookie will do, it will store your username, even store your password also, so that user do not need to enter again and again information. Okay, online shopping site and other website. So see, when you see online shopping site, suppose you have done a shopping from Amazon's, okay, so it will show you the same website again, okay, because it is already stored in your computer as a cookies. Okay, so in the picture you can see that it is given cookies and website data, okay, where file or data base stored on your computer by website to save preferences. So which website you will give the preferences, it will saved as a cookie in your computer. Okay, so what precaution we have to take? Some websites sells or trade information stored in your cookies to advertise. Okay, so some website like Amazon's, okay, then there is also other websites, website shopping website. So this type of website will sell or trade information, okay, stored in your cookies to advertise, to give you advertise. Okay, so it do not want personal information distributed. Limit the amount of information provided to website. So this type of website don't need your personal information. Okay, so limit the amount of information provided to website. So such a website you can provide a limited informations. Okay, clear or disable cookies in your browser. You can clear or disable the cookies in your browser. Modern browsers allow user to decide whether to accept cookies and time frame to keep them. If you want, in the modern browser, they will allow the user if they want to accept that cookies or time frame to keep it or not. Okay, or rejecting cookies makes some website unreadable if you reject cookies. Okay, so due to this rejection of cookies, maybe some website will not be, you will not able to read it. Okay, it will become unreadable. Getting? Yes, what is cookies? Now the next thread is vulnerabilities. So vulnerabilities are flaws in computer software. So it is a mistake in a computer software that weaken overall security of your computer. So when there is a mistake in your computer software, so obviously the attackers can attack your computer. Okay, so it created by improper computer or security configuration. Cyber criminals like hackers or crackers exploit this weakness and damage the computer or tamper its data. So hackers or cracker will exploit this weakness, and what will they do? They will damage your computer or that cause damage to your data also. So what precaution we have to take? So the precaution we have to take for that is keep software and security patches up to date. Okay, we have to keep our software and security patches up to date. Configure security setting for our operating system and as well as internet browser. We have to configure security setting. Okay, then install an antivirus and keep it up to update to block threats targeting vulnerabilities. So this mistake in our software, so we have to install antiviruses and keep it update every time whenever it is needed, so that threats will not target our vulnerabilities. Okay, and clear cookies, small text files that web server stored on a computer in your browser. Now whenever there is a cookies are there, okay, in your computer, clear it. Okay, so that whatever the web server stored in our computer, okay, you have to clear that cookies. So this precaution we have to take. Got it now? Yes. Okay, now the next is cyberbullying. So what is cyberbullying? Cyberbullying is harassment that take place using technology, which includes sending or forwarding threatening text messages. Okay, so when you send any threatening messages through mobile, through internet, okay, so it's called a cyberbullying. Okay, posting embarrassing or altered picture of someone without his or her permission. When you post any person's picture, okay, posting embarrassing pictures or altered pictures, okay, without his or her permission, is a cyberbullying. setting up a fake online social network pages. Okay, if you set any fake online social pages, like in Facebook, you can see that the boy will make a fake ID of, okay, of girls. So what it is, nothing but the cyberbullying. Okay, make harsh comment or spread rumors about someone. If you make harsh comment or spread any rumors, okay, it is nothing but the cyberbullying. So cyberbullying are common among teenagers. So this cyberbullying are common among teenagers. Okay, now what precaution we have to take to prevent from this cyberbullying? So never share personal information and password to any unknown person. So never share your personal information, okay, and give your password to any unknown person. Don't give your passwords or share any information related to you to any unknown person. Check for privacy setting, okay, found on the setting on most social network site to set permission. So you have to check the settings, okay, privacy settings. It is given on the most of the social network sites to set permission, to whom to get permission and to whom not. Control who can review your profile and photos, make comments it desired, block certain people from viewing your page. So you have to control yourself, control to who will view your profile, your photos, or make comment on that photos, okay, so that other people will not view your page. Search your name on major search engines such as Google on regular basis. If any personal information or photo appear which may be used for cyberbullying, must take action to remove it and be safe. So if any person, okay, that will upload your photo, okay, so what you have to do, you have to take action for that, so that you should take action to remove it and be safe. Install a filter software on the computer can protect teenager from viewing inappropriate contents online. You have to install the filter software so that teenager cannot view inappropriate contents online. So all this precaution we have to take to prevent from the cyberbullying. Getting? Yes? Okay. So in this class we have learned more about threats, different threats while using internet, like viruses, keyloggers, saved password, cookies, vulnerabilities, and cyberbullying. And we also learn about the precautions that we have to take while using the internet, so that we will prevent ourselves from all these threats. So in next class we are going to learn more about the threats. Till then you have to revise whatever I have taught you in this class. Till then, take care. See you in next class. Thank you.